MEPs set out the European Parliament's position on future EU-UK relations. The Parliament debated the EU's long-term budget post-2020. The European Commission and MEPs weighed up the EU's response to the US move to impose tariffs on steel and aluminium imports. And an MEP comes up with a way to stop tax avoidance by big digital companies. Hello and welcome to our roundup of the European Parliament's latest plenary session here in Strasbourg. Let's begin with the debate about what EU-UK relations will look like after Britain has left the EU. The clock is ticking towards the deadline for Britain's exit from the EU in March 2019, so MEPs debated the EU's negotiating position and vision for what future EU-UK relations will look like. By rejecting membership of the customs union and the single market, the UK has severely limited the options. MEP Elmar Brok, who is on the Parliament's Brexit steering group, set out the Parliament's views on this issue.
Großbritannien hat auch eine Mitgliedschaft im Binnenmarkt abgelehnt nach einer Norwegen-Lösung, weil es nicht bereit ist, dafür die Bedingungen zu erfüllen. Und deswegen bleibt nur übrig, einen Handelsvertrag zu verhandeln. Und ich meine, dass das ein Handelsvertrag ist mit einem Drittland. Brexit ist schlecht für uns alle. Worum es jetzt bei den Verhandlungen geht, heißt, Schaden zu begrenzen. Und ich hoffe, dass wir da die notwendigen Fortschritte machen.
A European Parliament resolution approved by MEPs suggests post-Brexit an EU-UK association agreement, including a free trade agreement as a possible framework for future EU-UK relations. One of its red lines is that a country outside the EU cannot have the same benefits as a country inside the EU. Another is that the Parliament will not agree to any future EU-UK relationship without an agreement on the issue of border arrangements between Northern Ireland and Ireland after Brexit. Next, MEPs debated the EU's post-2020 budget in the light of Brexit. The European Commission will present its formal proposals for the EU's post-2020 budget in early May. MEPs debated the Commission's initial ideas in plenary. Given the fact that Brexit will leave a hole in the EU's finances and that citizens' expectations are high, the budget would need to increase from 1% of the gross national income of EU countries to 1.3%. EPP Group MEP Jan Olbrycht, a rapporteur on this issue, explained that money is needed for lots of programmes, including Erasmus and youth unemployment, and for agriculture and cohesion policies, as well as to deal with new challenges. And he stressed the need to act fast so that the EU budget could be spent on these kinds of areas as of January 2021.
Parlament Europejski również w sposób zdecydowany opowiada się za wyraźnym zakończeniem całej procedury do wyborów w roku 2019. Przede wszystkim chodzi nam o to, żeby 1 stycznia 2021 rozpocząć nowe działania w sposób przygotowany, opracowany pod względem legislacyjnym i z zabezpieczonymi środkami finansowymi. Ale dla nas jest ważne także wyszukanie środków na nowe wyzwania dotyczące obronności, jak również bezpieczeństwa.
The EPP Group also wants to gradually replace contributions by EU countries based on their gross national income with a system in which the EU can generate its own resources and have a special reserve ensuring greater flexibility in the event of unforeseen circumstances. Janusz Lewandowski is the rapporteur for a report on own resources.
Postulujemy specjalną rezerwę I odejście od rabatów oraz korekt.
Rebates and correctional mechanisms are where EU countries who have paid into the budget are given refunds based on complex calculations. A system of EU own resources would eliminate the proverbial division between net payers and net receivers. All EU member states benefit from the EU budget.
Postulujemy własny koszyk środków własnych.
Next, the US moved to impose additional tariffs on imports into the US. MEPs debated the decision by US President Donald Trump to impose tariffs on steel and aluminium imports. Time is short as the tariff measures are due to enter into force towards the end of March. The European Commission hopes that the EU will be excluded from the US measures, but is preparing to respond in line with World Trade Organization rules in case the US measures apply to the EU and affect the EU's economic interests. The Commission does not want this to escalate into a trade war. EPP Group Chairman Manfred Weber explained that the group is backing the Commission's response and is ready for talks with the US about fair conditions for trade.
Die Europäische Volkspartei steht für freien Welthandel. Er ist im Interesse von uns allen, weil er Arbeitsplätze und Zukunft in Europa garantiert. Und deswegen ist der Weg, den Donald Trump geht, der falsche, nämlich mit Handelsbeschränkungen neue Hürden aufzubauen. Wir sind als EVP-Fraktion hinter der Kommission. Wir unterstützen die Kommission auf ihrem Weg, entsprechende Maßnahmen gegen die Vorschläge von Donald Trump zu ergreifen. Und andererseits sind wir aber auch jederzeit bereit, mit den Amerikanern über die Verbesserung des Handels und über faire Handelsbedingungen zu reden.
And finally, an MEP has come up with an idea as to how to put a stop to tax avoidance by big digital companies. The European Parliament approved reports about what is regarded as taxable revenue and how it should be shared among EU member states in the case of multinationals. The reports address the problem whereby many multinationals pay little or no tax. EPP Group MEP Alain Lamassoure drafted one of them and came up with a new and fairer way to tax big digital companies like Amazon, Facebook and Google.
On observe à l'heure actuelle les entreprises numériques, notamment les grandes multinationales, paient relativement moins d'impôts sur les sociétés que les autres multinationales dans le monde et que la répartition de cet impôt n'est pas équitable parmi les pays dans lesquels ces entreprises ont une activité. Et donc ce que je propose, ce que le PPE propose, c'est que l'on définisse un critère permettant d'imposer une entreprise numérique dans un pays où elle a une activité numérique.
The European Commission is expected to propose an EU-wide digital tax law in March. So that's it for the March plenary session in Strasbourg. Find out more about the activities of the largest political force in the European Parliament by checking out eppgroup.eu. Thanks for watching and see you next time.